Welcome to the PGC Devotional Drop.
Hey PGC family, thank you so much for joining me for episode 22 of the Midweek Remix Devotional Drop, where the goal as always is to keep you grounded with some encouragement and some truths straight from God's Word. Let's go. Acts 4:13, Luke says, when they observed the boldness of Peter and John, they realized that they had been with Jesus. See, one of the enemy's favorite lies is this: you're not qualified enough to be used by God. See, we compare ourselves to pastors and teachers, authors, influencers, and people who seem to be really spiritually polished. We assume God only uses them, the talented, maybe the overeducated, the outgoing, or the impressive. But the Bible tells a completely different story. See, God has always used ordinary people. Moses stuttered, Gideon was afraid, Rahab had a messy past, Peter was impulsive, Thomas doubted, yet God used every single one of them. Why? Because God is not looking for perfect people. He's looking for people who are available. In Acts 4, Peter and John were speaking boldly about Jesus, and the religious leaders were shocked because these men were not trained priests, they weren't trained scholars, they were fishermen, regular guys. But there was something undeniable about them. They had been with Jesus. That was the difference. The power of their lives did not come from status, from talent, or their credentials. It came from proximity and their closeness to Jesus. And the same is true for us today. God can use a quiet conversation, a simple invitation to church, a text message of encouragement, a faithful prayer, a small act of kindness. See, we often underestimate what God can do through small acts of obedience. Sometimes we're waiting for this huge assignment from God while ignoring the opportunities that are right in front of you and I. Sometimes we're waiting for a huge assignment from God while ignoring the opportunities that could be right in front of us. You may not feel impressive. You may not feel influential. You may not feel spiritually strong enough. But God specializes in using the ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. The goal is not to become famous. The goal is to become faithful. And when people look at your life, may the clearest thing they notice is this: that you have been with Jesus. I'm praying for each and every one of you today. See you next week with another midweek devotional drop.